Arms race. When countries compete with increasing the size of their armed forces and/or the technology they use, this is part of militarism and vice versa. Conscription. When a country makes it compulsory to join the army upon the request of the government. Britain was the only country without conscription before WWI, but later introduced it in 1916. Navy. The armed forces at sea consists of a range of boats, frigates, destroyers, battleships and submarines. Admirals lead the Navy and a naval officer is an ordinary member of the Navy. Naval Race. A race similar to an arms race but specifically at sea. Britain developed the Dreadnought in 1906 and Germany developed their own Rheinland in 1908 in response. Britain responded with an improved Super Dreadnought. Dreadnought/Rheinland. Warships that could weigh over 20,000 tons and were armed with a mixture of large, medium and small artillery guns as well as machine guns and torpedoes, the gold standard of naval warfare. Navy laws. A series of laws passed between 1898 to 1912 to increase the size and strength of the German Navy. The intention was for Germany to catch up with Britain. Funf Minuten. 5 minutes, the amount of time the Germans believed the British would sink their ships in because of the dreadnoughts, mostly used between 1906–08. U-boats. A submarine capable of sinking ships on the surface by using torpedoes. The Germans had the advantage with these in early WWI and used them to sink supply ships to Britain, Lusitania, as well as military ships. Torpedo. A cigar-shaped, self-propelled underwater projectile launched from a submarine designed to detonate on contact with or close to a target. Colonies. An area where a group of immigrants and/or native people to a land are ruled by a parent country. For example, India British colony until 1947. Industries. Parts of the economy that manufacture things. Before WWI, the strength of industries determined what and how much a country could produce. Industrial expansion. When the capacity for a country to produce is increasing, as with Germany before WWI, they became the biggest producers of steel, iron, chemicals, and electrical goods. They were second for coal after quadrupling output between 1880 to 1910 and increased military spending 73% between 1872 to 1914. Industrial weakness. When a country doesn't have much capacity to produce things, Russia was in the situation before WWI, as 85% of the 160 million population were rural peasants. France was also in the situation with 40% of its population being farmers and only increasing military spending by 10% before WWI. Industrial decline. When a country's capacity to produce and manufacture is weakening, Britain was in the situation when compared to the peak of its empire. However, it was still very capable. Britain increased military spending 13% between 1870 to 1914. Catalyst. Something that accelerates a sequence of events. In this case, events in Europe acted as a catalyst to the arms naval race.